Hey everyone, live at bullbuster.net, and today I'm here to talk to you about how often you should be changing your fishing lines out. So this is both mono and braid. And I'm going to cover three different scenarios where you might change your line more often or less often depending on how you're fishing. So the first scenario is going to cover most people, which is you're a weekend warrior and you go fishing 3 to 4 times a month, sometimes more, sometimes less. But yeah, usually you're fishing on the weekends, and in this case, for the braided line, your braid should last about a year, and your mono should last about 6 months before you want to change it out. Now, this isn't a rule that's set in stone. You should still be looking at your line and seeing, if you had one situation where your line was rubbing on a pylon, then of course you're going to change it earlier. But in general, you should expect to be changing your line once every 6 months for the mono and once every year for the braided fishing line. Now next, I'm going to go into a scenario where you're fishing a tournament where there's a lot of money on the line. And this is a great time to be buying the bulk spools because in this case, the money is literally on the line. And this means that you're going to be wanting to change your line out more often. So, for example, you're fishing a tournament and you're coming in, you should be checking, letting some line out and feeling the line to see what it feels like. Are there any kinks in it? Is there anything like that? And in this case, you should be changing out that line. The next case is your charter boat and you're fishing a lot more than the average person. In this case, I would be changing your mono every three months and your braid every 6 months. And this is simply because for the mono, your mono is going to get a lot more sun, which affects mono more than braid. And on the braid, you're going to get a lot more wear and tear on this braid just because you're using it more. So hope you enjoyed this video on how often to change your fishing line. I'm going to actually put an article in the link below that includes a little bit more information on this. And yeah, spend more time fishing.